Hello friends, in this video we are going to see how to set up Python in Windows operating system. As part of this, we'll see how to install Python 3 and PIP. Once Python 3 and PIP are installed, then we'll see how to perform a basic setup for VS Code IDE to work with Python based applications. Let us start. For installation, first we need to download the installer from Python downloads page. Now we need to click on this download Python link. Here we can see the latest version for Windows. So if you want to install a specific version, then we can come to this section. In this table, we can see the links for various releases. We can select any of the versions as per our requirement. Here, let us try to install 3.13.5. So let me click on this download link. So here I need to select Windows installer for 64-bit. So now it is trying to download. Once the download is completed, let us try to copy the exe file and place it in a required directory. I have created a new directory softwares. Under softwares, I will place the exe file. So this is the exe file we have downloaded. So now let us double click on this exe file for the installation. So by default, this is the directory in which it will be installed. So as part of this installation, we will also get PIP. So we do not need to separately install PIP in Windows operating system. Or we can customize the installation as well. For example, if I click on this, then we can select what are the things we want as part of this installation. So I am clicking on back here because I want to use the default installation. Here there is an option to use admin privileges when installing py.exe. Generally we do not need admin privileges. I am unselecting this. So here we can click on add python.exe to the path. So click on the default option here, install now. Here there is an option to disable the path length limit. For example, if you want to have some directory paths which are having length more than 260 characters, then we may get some errors. We can avoid those errors if we select disable this path length limit. So we can select that, but that needs admin privileges. So if you have admin privileges, you can click on that. As of now, I am not clicking that. So we can close here because the Python setup is successful. Now we have installed Python successfully. Let us verify the versions of Python as well as PIP. Let's open a command window. So let us check the Python version. Similarly, we can check the version of PIP as well. That means Python as well as PIP are installed successfully. So we can enter these commands because the Python as well as PIP are included in the path. We can check that by checking the path variable. So this is the path in the system. Here we can see as part of the installation, Python 3 scripts as well as the directory of Python 3 are added to system path. So let us open this path in File Explorer. So in this path we can see the python.exe file which is in the system path, so that directly we can execute Python from any of the directories within the system. Similarly, we have scripts also in the system path. Let us open that. Here we can see pip.exe is placed. That's why we can execute pip command from anywhere in the system. Python and PIP are successfully installed now. Now let us perform the basic setup for VS Code for Python based applications. Open Visual Studio Code. Using VS Code, if we want to work with Python based applications, we have to install Python extension in VS Code. So for that we need to click on View here, then select Extensions. Now we need to search for the Python extension in the marketplace. Now it is showing all the different extensions of Python. Let us select the Python extension by Microsoft. Then we can click on Install. So when we select Python, automatically Python debugger also will be selected and it is installing both. Now the Python as well as Python debugger extensions are installed. Now we have the extension ready. Now we need to point VS Code to use the Python interpreter which we installed in the first step. Before that, we can see here it is in restricted mode. We need to trust the developers to execute various tasks of the extension. So for that, click on Manage. If you don't trust, we are not allowed to execute the tasks by the extensions. So as of now it is in restricted mode. Let us select Trust. So now the task can be executed for the Python extension. Now we need to select the interpreter to point to the Python which we installed in the earlier step. For that, in VS Code we have a command palette where we have different shortcuts. In this case, we need to select Ctrl Shift P so that we can select the Python interpreter command. Let us enter Ctrl+Shift+P. There we need to enter Python. Here we need to select Python select interpreter. So here let us select Python interpreter path. Then we need to click on find. Now we need to navigate to the location where we installed the Python interpreter. That means this is the location. Let us select python.exe here and click on select interpreter. Now we have configured the extension to use the interpreter which we installed earlier. So with this basic setup is ready, let us create an example Python file and let's try to execute that. So for the example Python code, let us select Explorer here. We can open a folder or add a folder. We can also clone repository from Git and so on. So for this example, I'm adding a folder. I'm trusting the authors. Select examples and click on new file here. So here we need to provide the name of the file. Now we need to enter the code. So let us print a test message here. This is sufficient for this demo. So let us save the file. To run the script, let us select the Python file. So we need to right click on it and then we need to click on run Python file in terminal. So here we can see it has printed the message hello world. So in this video we have seen how to install Python 3 in Windows operating system. Then we have done the basic setup in VS Code to install the Python extension and configure the extension to use the Python interpreter which we installed. I hope this video helps. Thanks a lot for watching.